In the female body, when an ovum is fertilized by a sperm, a zygote is formed. The zygote develops into an embryo and then a fetus. Now let's see how this development takes place. After fertilization, the zygote formed is moved down the oviduct to the uterus. During the journey, the zygote divides repeatedly by mitotic cell division to form a ball of cells called an embryo. After reaching the uterus, the embryo embeds itself into the thickened uterine lining. This process is called implantation. It occurs about 7 days after fertilization. It marks the beginning of pregnancy. After implantation, the embryo continues to develop. Some of its cells form a membrane called the amnion. The amnion encloses the embryo and secretes amniotic fluid, which fills the cavity between the amnion and the embryo. Around the 3rd week, the embryo develops finger-like villi that grow into the uterine lining. These embryonic villi, together with some maternal uterine tissue, make up a temporary disc-shaped organ called the placenta. Inside the embryonic villi of the placenta are the embryo's capillaries. The villi are extended into the maternal blood space within the uterine lining. The embryo's blood and the maternal blood are close to each other but do not mix. The placenta is connected to the abdomen of the embryo by the umbilical cord. The cord contains 2 umbilical arteries which carry deoxygenated blood from the embryo to the placenta. It also contains an umbilical vein which carries oxygenated blood from the placenta to the embryo. The placenta allows the exchange of materials between the embryo and the mother. Nutrients, oxygen, and antibodies diffuse from the maternal blood into the embryo's blood. On the other hand, carbon dioxide and other metabolic waste, such as urea, diffuse in the opposite direction. By the end of the 8th week, major organs of the embryo are formed, and the embryo is now called a fetus. The fetus continues to grow and develop in the uterus. In humans, it normally takes 39 weeks from fertilization to birth.